Sorry if you can hear me. I can't hear you. I'm just traveling right now.
No, I got you, bud. It was on my end. Yeah. So the activity tonight started early. Josh had to bounce. He had a gig tonight, so he'll be back around midnight.
Yeah.
But the activity actually picked up before he left.
Oh, cool.
Before we went live, hearing voices and loud bangs. But right now I've got the 4 guests that are upstairs in Hank's room investigating, and then I have a camera down in Gracie's room.
Oh, Gracie's room? Nice.
Yep, with the EDI Plus and the K2.
Nice.
Free to do like an EVP session.
What are you mainly getting right now at the location? What is the focal point where it's the most activity?
So far, that Shadow Man hallway.
On the first floor?
Yeah, earlier this evening, I was doing a Facebook Live. Josh was sitting in that lobby, and I heard another man talking like he was talking to Josh, but louder. And I thought some of the guests were arriving at that point. It was just me and Josh, and I walked out there.
That's cool.
He didn't hear it. Yeah. And then I heard a female here in his office. He didn't hear it, but I was in another room, and he was in the kitchen, and he heard a loud bang, and he thought I fell. Huh. And he came into the room and asked me if I was okay. I was like, yeah. I didn't hear it, but he heard it.
But he heard the loud banging sound?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So it's been really active.
Been really active up until the time we started filming before we went live.
Yeah.
Then it died. But who knows? I mean, might take the right person to stir it up.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see what happens. I haven't actually done this in a while from kind of remote, conversating with whatever is there, the spiritual activity. I haven't been back to Malvern Manor since I did Paranormal Lockdown there, so it should be really fascinating. Yeah, I can ask some questions. Are you going to loop me into the area, or do you want me to?
You'll be coming across through the cameras.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna have you going through in Gracie's room.
Yeah, and sorry if my connection. I don't know how good my connection is because I've been traveling for a while and stuff like that. So.
Right.
It's pretty dark where I am right now, but if the connection isn't good, I'll stay on for a couple minutes and probably have to get back to traveling. But what is the entity's name? What is some of the spirits' name I can call out to? Because I forget where you position stuff.
Okay, so the focal point for you will be in Gracie's room. Gracie's the one with multiple personalities.
Yep. Yeah, I slept on that bed right there, which was the worst. That was one of the worst sleeping conditions because I kept sliding off the bed when I was laying there during the night.
Well, somebody's put a mattress on it.
Someone put a mattress finally on it? Nice.
Yeah, there's a ratty old mattress on it. It is actually
my sleeping bag.
It's actually on the right side of the screen. You won't be able to see it. It's still kind of dark in that room.
Yeah.
I can adjust the light if you would like. I've got a flashlight in.
Yeah, you can throw a flashlight in there because I can't really see.
Okay, I'll focalize it on the wheelchair because they put a doll in there as well.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back, and then we'll get you started.
Okay, cool.
That good?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Beautiful. All right, I'll let you have at it.
All right. Hey, Gracie, it's Nick again. If you can hear me, can you speak? Try to talk to me. Gracie? If you're in the room, I know you might not be able to see me this time, but I was the one that slept in your room. Do you remember me? Gracie, if you can hear me, can you try to make a noise? Thank you, Gracie, if you're trying to make a noise or allow me to hear you. Can you try to use your words to communicate with me? Do you remember when I was sleeping on the bed and you were talking to me through the night? I had a recorder next to me and you would say certain things to me. Who were you talking to? I hope you're doing okay today, Gracie. Do you remember my name? Can you try to say my name? I'm trying to figure out who I'm speaking to. Is this Gracie or is it somebody else? I thought I heard somebody else, but I don't know if that's coming through my phone. But it sounded like said somebody else. Like really faintly through my speaker on my phone.
What was that again?
I don't know if you heard that. Did you hear? Was that just me hearing that coming through my my phone?
What'd you hear?
I heard a whisper that said somebody else.
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh, so strange. Is there something running in the room, like a geoport or geobox or something?
I've got on the floor by nothing like a geoport or geobox or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Just the
So
EDI on the floor and the K2. The EDI is going off right now.
Oh, it is going off. Do you have any recorders in the room?
I do.
Oh, good. Yeah, listen back on that later and let me know what you get. But it was so strange. I heard embedded into the white noise coming back through the cell phone that I have in my hands. I heard a whisper says somebody else. It was strange. And I asked the question, am I speaking to who am I speaking to? Is this Gracie or is this somebody else? And then I heard somebody else.
The light that's flashing on the EDI right now is EMF.
Okay, yeah. So something in the room is setting it off? I can't see it as good on my...
Has to be. Let's do this. I'm going to full screen it.
Weird. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I can see it better now. It's cool.
I've had this EDI Plus for, I don't know, maybe 6 months now, and this is the first time the EMF has gone off on that thing. But I've
really?
Yeah. And I've done several investigations with it, and it's never gone off for me. That's the first time.
I can see it lighting up. That's really strange. And it's been sitting there the whole time before I got on?
See, what you're seeing now is just the display for the temperature reading.
Yep.
And the light that was lighting up was the EMF reading.
Yep.
And it was a small reading. There's 5 lights for the EMF.
That's really cool. Gracie, can you try to touch the lights? If you can touch the lights, they'll get a little bit brighter. Oh, there it goes. It's going off now.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Actually, it was like on cue. That was awesome.
Wonder if she remembers you.
That's what I was asking before you switched back on. Gracie, do you remember me? I'm Nick. I slept on that bed that's in the room. You were speaking to me. And last time I was there, I was trying to see if you need any help. Or if you just wanted to talk. I feel like Gracie just likes to talk. She likes to communicate,
I don't. I've got questions in the chat, like asking if the wheelchair's ever moved. I don't know that it has. Gary Woodward has also heard the somebody else whisper. So
Yeah.
They did hear that.
Gracie, can you try to touch the lights again? If you touch the lights, then they'll get a little bit brighter, and we'll be able to know that you're standing there or you're inside this room where you can hear my voice. So when I was there last time, when I was sleeping on the bed, I left a recorder rolling the whole entire night when I actually fell asleep, which was really difficult to do. I think it was like a subconscious sleep. But I remember playing back the recorder, and I would hear weird, changes of vocal tones, but like conversations, whispering. Then I heard like a dog growling on the recorder, which was really strange.
That is strange.
Yeah, it's just like, it's almost like if somebody, I mean, obviously with different personalities, was changing up the voice or like even growling and stuff. That's kind of what was happening on the recorder the whole time.
Yeah.
But it was really cool when the lights started going off.
It was interesting though. I mean, like I said, I've never seen that go off, EMF on that.
Yeah,
the only thing
cool.
I've only seen the geophone on that spike up in vibration, but that's about it.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty interesting for me personally.
Yeah, I really want to get back there. I really want to get back and actually do like a thorough investigation with some of the new equipment and low light, cameras and stuff that I'm using now for Deathwalker for this series that I'm shooting. And I just, I don't know. There's so much mystery at Malvern Manor, and I feel like every time I talk to Josh or whoever's working there or managing the place, it's like people come forth with new pieces to the puzzle that they're pulling back, and the layers that's just encompassed at that location. It's just really cool.
Absolutely. And it's a great place to experiment too. I don't know how much experimental equipment you work with, but I've got some that I've been working on, and I was going to bring it up here, but I have to replace the part on it. There's one thing I've got that I found schematics for. Supposedly they're by Thomas Edison.
Oh yeah.
But it works off of germanium, and the idea is to turn energy into an audio signal.
Yeah, that's cool. Yep.
And instead of germanium, with the amount of germanium it's called for, it gets pretty costly. So I've been using crystals, and it's been interesting so far. But yeah, I definitely want to bring it here.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of things are moving through vibration. Obviously, the way we speak is vibration, when they're traveling or whatever. And that's the interesting part. I think it's like a subconscious communication that's happening there, where it's this lingering energy that they're able to communicate in that way. I mean, you're onto something really cool there, and I think it's just a matter of time. Experimenting is like, it's crucial for paranormal investigating, because there's not one right way to do it. So I think just the more experimental stuff you can come up with, the better.
There's a question in chat for you. Darren Russ asks, do you still use the God helmet, or have you used it?
Yeah, I have used the God helmet. I did it actually in Paranormal Lockdown. When I did a return to Bobby Mackey's, I used the God helmet to kind of tap into whatever the entity is there. You can see it's actually streaming right now on Discovery Plus. You can see that episode. It's in season 3 of Paranormal Lockdown. It was such a weird experiment.
I vaguely remember that episode, but I've been tempted to try that. But I'm on the fence about it because of what some of the things it can do to you. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll grow some and try it.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It's a very strange experience. I mean, it's a very strange experience. It's kind of like an outer body experience where you're like kind of floating out of your body, but you're still aware that you're still there.
Yeah.
And the person, you just have to really trust whoever is managing the sensors and the coil, all the coils and stuff going to your brain. So you want to make sure the pulses and everything are set correctly in the program, and you should really, really go over it right before you actually do it. Because obviously you're attaching stuff to your brain. So
yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, you have bald spots.
Bald spot. Or it opens up like some other part of your brain that we can tap into the other side.
What is that movie, The Eye or something, where that she gets
replaced? Remember Stir of Echoes, Kevin Bacon?
Oh, yeah.
That's what she does to him in Stir of Echoes. She opens up his third eye.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't mind that happening for an extended period of time, or
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What you see, if you can't control it or can't close it off, I mean, gotta help you.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's life experience. Awesome, man. Well, I'm happy you guys are doing this. This is amazing, and it's really an awesome. I don't know. It's just really cool. I love this kind of remote conversation. Even though I can't be there, it's like still a part of it. So it's really cool.
It's funny. I started doing stuff like this about 10 years ago. We started doing like what we call the phone-in EVP session, where somebody from a remote location calls in on a cell phone. We put them on speakerphone, set it in the room with a recorder, and we leave. We leave the building, so there's no contamination. And we, from the amount of time that I've done it, about 60% of the time, we've been able to capture something, or the person on the phone will hear something that a lot of times are static, but we've actually been able to pick up voices through that static, which is really interesting. So
yeah. I mean, I think too, as like we claim ourselves to be investigators or whatever, I think sometimes we're going to locations looking too hard too. We're so distracted with everything else we're trying to do and trying to discover. But I think sometimes just laying there, being vulnerable, or just like sitting quietly and listening, I feel like you'll get more evidence half the time than running around chasing for it or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of investigators will agree with this. If you start recording as soon as you get to the location, the recordings you'll get are you're unpacking and bringing everything in, or packing up and moving. It'll be quiet all night in between, but like one of the best EVPs I've gotten are as soon as I get there or as I'm leaving.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, man, it's hit and miss. Paranormal. That's why it's intriguing. We all have the ultimate question: what happens when we die, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's interesting, but I feel like energy can't be destroyed. Obviously, the subconscious, the conscious thoughts and everything we, kind of hold on to for that information of life. I feel like people like Gracie, with what she dealt with in life, her energy, everything, her personality, her thoughts, that still is kind of looping and playing out. But it's fascinating when it becomes intelligent, so.
Yeah, and it makes you think whether that's that person or if it's another form that's mimicking.
Exactly. Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna get back to traveling here. I'm gonna get to my location really soon. So I appreciate everything you guys are doing over there, and thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you jumping on here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was trying to get on early, and then finally got a connection. I'm like, I can get through now. So sorry, it took me a little while.
Lindbergh and Hauser had issues too. Their internet kept freezing up. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it wasn't too eventful with them. I mean, it was entertaining because they're entertaining, but outside of that, no paranormal activity.
Nice. Well, this is cool. I'm glad the lights at least went off. I mean, in the short period of time.
Oh yeah, I mean, you had an instant impact on Gracie's room right there. So I mean, that's actually, like I said, sometimes it only takes one person to get things started.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Well, let me know what else you get. I'll follow up with Josh too and see kind of what EVPs and stuff you get too.
All right, man. Yeah, definitely be in touch.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, so there you have it. There was Nick. Actually stirred up some stuff in Gracie's room, which is really cool.